Have you ever felt frustrated by how little control you have over your time? Imagine being able to do what you want to do without having financial stress. That is what having FU money means. So, whether you're trying to get out of the work grind or to have more authority over your time, The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins will get you started. If I had to recommend one book to anyone eager to learn about financial independence, it would have to be this book. I read this book early on in my financial independence journey, and it taught me all of the principles that you need to know for early retirement. So these principles are saving, investing, frugality, and avoiding debt. So in this video, I'll highlight the key lessons from this book. Let's dive into the concept of FU money, and this is something that J.L. Collins talks about in his book. FU money is all about having options and security. It means not living paycheck to paycheck and having enough saved up so that you can take some risks in life. Some of these risks are like negotiating for a raise or taking an extra week of vacation or quitting a job you hate without needing to have another one lined up. Collins emphasizes that financial independence isn't only about the end goal of early retirement. There are so many benefits that you gain along the way from saving and investing your money. And also having this kind of mindset during your journey will help make it more sustainable. You can achieve FU money long before you have enough to retire. In my case, I'm about halfway to my retirement goal, but I already feel the security of FU money. If I lost my job tomorrow, I could live off my savings for more than 10 years. Having this financial cushion significantly reduces the amount of stress that I feel daily, and it also makes unexpected expenses way more manageable. Collins' emphasis on not focusing on the end goal of retirement helped me break the financial independence journey into multiple steps, which gave me more motivation as there was always a goal that I was close to. The first stage of this journey would be financial ignorance. This is where we all start out when we're learning about money. Essentially, it's not understanding the basics of saving, investing, budgeting, and debt. The second stage would be financial literacy. This is where you have learned the basics and you begin to set goals for yourself to become debt-free and to also save for retirement. The third stage would be when you reach around $100,000 of liquid net worth. This is when you begin to notice the effects of compounding, which is really motivating. The fourth stage is having FU money. In this stage, life's challenges are smoothed out because you have a financial backup. And you can also start taking more risks in this stage. The final stage is financial independence, retire early. This is basically where you can begin to live off your investments. If you're here, you have made it. Congratulations. You can begin to take your foot off the gas pedal and just do what you want to do with your time, or you can continue growing your wealth to increase your quality of life. To get from the first stage to the second stage, read this book to learn the basics of financial independence and begin tracking your spending. To get from the second stage to the third stage, begin to execute on investing and budgeting. Make sure that you start early and you start strong so that you front load your financial journey. Don't rely on investment growth for your first 100K. It needs to be all effort from you. If you got to the third stage, you know what you're doing. So to get to the fourth stage, you need to continue what you're doing. What I'd say is don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Also, if you get any pay raises during this time, make sure that you try to stave off lifestyle inflation so that you can increase your savings rate and achieve FU money even faster. To go from FU money to FIRE, you basically need to continue the same thing, but now you have options. Your first option is to accelerate your growth by taking on more risk, or your second option is to actually slow down your journey and let compounding interest do more of the work, but then you can actually reclaim some of your time back. Things like CoastFire and BaristaFire allow you to do this. CoastFire is when you stop contributing to your investments and you actually let it coast until your retirement date. And that way you can either work a lower paying job or you can use more of your money to yourself. BaristaFire is essentially the same thing where you live off of a lower income job that is more fun. And that's why it's called BaristaFire. In this book, Collins outlines all of the basics that you need to understand to achieve financial independence, which makes it the perfect book for beginners that are trying to learn about FIRE. He explains the 4% rule, which states that once your investments are 25 times your expenses, you can retire. How to invest in index funds and the importance of continuing to invest when there are market downturns. The power of increasing your savings rate and how you will accelerate your journey by living frugally and below your means. The benefits of using tax-advantaged accounts and choosing your safe withdrawal rate, which is the amount that you withdraw from your investments each year during retirement. Generally, this is 4%, but some people choose a lower percentage to reduce the risk in retirement. When I was first learning the basics, I had to get this information from so many different websites and blogs, and the fact that this book condenses it all into 200 pages is insane. The last topic that I wanted to cover is the importance of avoiding debt, which Collins emphasizes several times. He describes debt as the modern form of slavery because it limits your options and your freedom. It makes sense. By staying out of debt or aggressively paying it down, you keep more control over your financial destiny. This resonates quite deeply with me because I just recently became a homeowner, and I'm not gonna lie, I definitely feel pressure to maintain an income or a job much more than before because now I need to make mortgage payments every single month. Collins gives some practical advice on how to manage and avoid debt. The first being, if you do have debt, then you should prioritize paying off the highest interest debt first because this will save you the most money in the end. But for some people, it actually works better to pay off the smallest debts first so that they can gain momentum. So just do what works best for you because at the end of the day, you're going to be getting rid of your debt. The second advice is to basically get rid of your debt as quickly as possible by finding extra money that you haven't accounted for. And this can come from like bonuses from work or tax refunds or cutting your expenses. So basically the goal is to get rid of your debt as quickly as possible. And the third tip is once you're out of debt, avoid getting back into debt by living below your means and avoiding lifestyle creep. Also, try to build up an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months, which will help you weather unexpected expenses. So whether you're just starting your financial journey or you're well into it, this book is an amazing resource for learning the fundamentals of financial independence. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found some value from this video. If you're interested, I've included a link to a free budget template in the description if you join my newsletter. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.